Hello. Welcome to the channel. My name is Tyra Bell, Miss Tyra Bell in the building. Excited to channel for you. It's been a minute. I hope you guys are doing well. If you are a returning subscriber, I hope you're doing well. As always, I will offer live readings here in the chat if you are able to make it. In the future, leave me a comment down below or just an emoji, like a thumbs up emoji, if you would like me to put out a message on our Instagram or on our Twitter page before I go live. That way you know when and where. Yeah, and in the future I would like to have little group gatherings where we can read for the new moon, full moon. You can have like personal answers and questions answered. So yeah, I'm going to be doing 4 piles today. One second, I figure out my technicalities. Okay, yeah, so 4 piles. After the reading is done being live, I will have the timestamps in the description. Remember that readings are for clarity and for confirmation of what your intuition is already telling you. So never come to a reading for answers. Though I might even refer to, like I might say the word answers, like I'm going to get you an answer. I might say something like that. Always rely on your intuition above all else. I'm just a person. I'm not a guru. I'm just tapping into spirit. I'm using my own intuition and channeling messages from my own perspective, from my own claircognizance, or my own clairs, my own abilities. So rely on your abilities first. I believe everyone is intuitive in that way. So pile 1, I'm going to read a random message off a random card, what it says, and choose the one that calls out to you most. If there's more than one, that's okay. Also, you know, this could apply for future predictions, and it could just not be your reading. And if it's not your reading, that's okay. I have linked more readings from me down below. Otherwise, try a different reader. No biggie. Pile 1, you are positively think about positively think about and manifest what you wish for. So that's pile number 1. Sorry, I'm very never mind. So yes, pile number 1, positively think about and manifest what you wish for. Pile number 2 is health is wealth. Health is wealth. Pile number 3 is recognition and fame. Recognition and fame. And pile number 4 is you are not being yourself. So you are someone else, you are not being yourself. So this is a general kind of like mystery message. So whatever calls out to you most. Pile number 1, positively think about and manifest what you wish for. Pile number 2, health is wealth. Pile number 3, recognition and fame. And pile number 4, you are not being yourself. You're not being yourself. All right, let's get into pile number 1. All right, pile number one. Let me write down the timestamp. So, pile number one, the song that's playing for you is Super Sexy by Tank. You might want to give that a listen. It's also 234 when I'm reading this message. So, look up the angel number 234 and what that means. Also, before this, Under Pressure was playing the song Under Pressure. So, I want to say maybe Cancer season has been a little tumultuous or like confining, draining, something like this. So Spirit is so ready to talk to you. Hello. I want to say that I'm communicating with a masculine energy, but if you're not, you don't identify as masculine, just know that we all have energy. We have feminine and masculine energy. So yeah. I want to say chivalry. So you might be a bit of a flirt, but also like a bit of a like a bit of a romantic, maybe. So you pick the card, positively think about and manifest what you wish for. So Spirit really wants you to focus your intent at this time. I want to say you are someone who likes to move very slowly. You like to be very deliberate with your action. You like to be very meticulous. You're very certain. You're very picky even. So with that energy, it's okay to remember that it doesn't necessarily matter how you get to your manifestation. It more so matters that you're being present and trusting that even if the path currently looks a little bit different than you would have expected it to, that's okay. You can still end how you'd like. So really change your perspective, really have a higher outlook. So I want to say you're beginning something new. This could be a new relationship, but I'm also seeing like a new financial endeavor as well. You might have eaten corn recently, or you might be seeing it a lot of places, or have like meals that have corn in it, like corn on the cob. Also, symbolically look up what corn symbolizes. You also may be dealing with some family matters that cause you to move at a very slow pace. You're very much paying attention to the details. Someone also may horseback ride. I want to say you also have your eye very much focused on one particular goal in mind, but it could also be a person and or relationship. And Spirit does want to remind you that this person is single. They are available to you. You or this person could be a Scorpio. So while you're fixating on this thing, it's important to pour your energy into the right things at the right time in the right amount. So really don't feel fearful that you're going to miss out on things. That FOMO might be seeping in from time to time, especially if you feel like it's a new beginning and you want more. So if Spirit is moving you along this path that feels like uncertain or you weren't expecting, that's okay. That's for a reason. There's something you're meant to shift into through the path that you're on currently. And it is important that you acknowledge that whatever it is available to you, even if it's a person or a job opportunity, it is available. So you will have victory within this circumstance. So if you're an entrepreneur of some sorts or you have your own business, sorry, this card does say victory. There we go. So if you are an entrepreneur of some sort, the person that you're after definitely is willing to submit to you. Communication is also very important to this victory. Your perspective is also important. Being a leader is also important to this victory. Being recognized in a situation as a powerful person, someone who has high authority. You are being initiated into higher authority, a higher position. So it's really important that you stay in touch with your intuition, to the clarity that Spirit has given you, even if you're in a lot of newness or still manifesting this victory. It's pretty much here. So it's like, even if you feel like you're in a beginning, you know how this ends. You know you're going to be celebrated. So your intuition is very important. So there's a lot of clarity here for you and moving on into calmer waters, especially if you've been back and forth in your mind, like in a split mind about something, and Spirit is reminding you, like, whatever you've gone through in the past, whatever trauma you've experienced up until this point, that you still carry with you, that creates that indecision. If you're in the public eye, you definitely are going to be being recognized. And like I said, if your experience has been difficult up until this point, it's causing a lot of inner turmoil or inner self-doubt, self-chaos. So yeah, there is a new job here. There's also a new partner. Or it could be someone that you've been dealing with for a while. You're just not sure if they're available or single. This person is available. And Spirit is just reminding you that everything comes in alignment and in divine timing. So that's something I feel that you might need to hear. Let's get some oracle cards. So if that trauma has to do with anyone doing you wrong or, moving on the sly around you, it's important to address that because it might create unnecessary indecision when you can have inner peace and clarity that Spirit is trying to give to you. So really soak up any information that's around you, signs, synchronicities, and pay attention. Keep grounding your perspective. Don't just rely on readings either to do that. Rely on yourself. Rely on your intuition. Okay, so you may travel a lot, and if not, you will be. You might study other cultures or be very adaptable to the environment that you're in, or just you might have a good connection with your ancestors, your ancestry. Just know that you're going to be seeing other people in a new light very soon. There's a lot of flow happening for you right now, things happening very easily, gracefully. So really allow blessings to come in. We have grace. Blessings come to me to set me free. So that indecision is coming to an end. You'll notice that things are going in your favor. You will have this victory. So demonstrate love. Find out what is important to the people you love and act on it. So if there's a interest, I feel like this is an interest that doesn't feel too deep. It feels new. It's time to start taking action and demonstrating, showing up fully. Make an effort. So follow your heart is here as well. Even if there's a lot of scrutiny or you fear that scrutiny. It's really important to be honest, especially if you want honesty and loyalty in return. I do see that you're craving some quality time with your person on your mind. You want romance. I did say a romantic, especially if that's kind of new for you. Really admit to how you feel. So we also have the third eye. How can I connect with my life's purpose? So the third eye is to see. Light, intuition, imagination, visual, and insightful. Sometimes can show up as migraines when you're having like a third eye awakening, nightmares, daydreams, meditation, visions, being present, getting focused, and listening to your insights. So in your mind, it's like you can see things going well. You can see yourself showing up, whether this is in your new career path or job or within a new connection or romance. I think it's both. If you want honesty and loyalty, it's time to trust your third eye perspective, trust your visions, trust your intuition. Really follow your heart. Is there anything else, Spirit? Yes, apply yourself. So, part one, apply yourself. Think positively about what you're manifesting and wishing for at this time. Fully demonstrate that because things are already naturally flowing in your favor. So you just needed that confirmation. Don't let whatever happened in the past create that inner conflict. You're moving into a very smooth time. It's just smooth, you know? So if it was like bumpy before this, it's just going to be smooth and clear. You might be traveling soon. And just know that you're not missing out on anything if that manifestation hasn't arrived just yet. You're still calling it in and you're still like embodying honesty and loyalty, especially if you want that from your person. You're learning what that means to embody. I really feel like I said knitting, so someone might knit. Hit the nail on the head with that one. So I'm going to move on to pile 2. Comment down below if this resonated, and part 2, I hope that you have a great day. It really just felt like I needed to just give you some affirmation. You know what's going on. I think you're very intuitive, so just listen to your intuition. I want to say love you. Love you. Thank you for being here. Like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps our channel, and thank you. Thank you again. Oh, let's wait till I get these set up. Pile 2. All right. Hi, Paul 3, or hi, Paul 2. Hi, Paul 2. Someone's listening all the way through, and I know it. I heard it in the first pile, but now I know for sure. You might want to listen to pile 1. You might want to listen to pile 3. You might want to listen all the way through pile 2. Thank you for being here. The song that's playing is Are You With That by Vince Staples. You can give that a listen if you'd like. So you chose the card that says Health is Wealth. So you might be focusing on your well-being, your health. You might be eating more kale at this time or fresh leafy greens. If not, this is a suggestion. No dieting, but just prioritizing vegetables, fruits, things like that. Because you are going through some sort of transition at this time, you might intuitively feel that, or you know it for sure, you're certain. So there's some sort of change that you're experiencing in your life, in your reality. It's a physical change. It's something you see physically. So this could be a job change. And I think that there's something that you're worrying about. So bring that to the forefront, and I'm going to give you some clarity on that. Spirit is saying absolutely not. Absolutely not. So there's a little bit of trust that's needed. Release, a little surrender, a little releasing, a little surrendering, a little trusting. Yes. So pile 2, this message is really clear and very straight to the point. So we have the World card. So the beauty in the world is that the beauty in the world. So this can mean travel, but this can also represent a really big change, a new phase. And it's usually for the best, but it's like a huge closing out of one cycle to a whole new cycle. And that can take time, but also when you enter into your new phase, it feels like a brand new world, like a whole new world, it feels like that. So you might be changing your attire, your body might be going through changes as well. But Spirit is also saying that you haven't been having the best boundaries with the cycle that you're closing out. You might be clinging on to it just a little bit, and you're convincing yourself that it's not, like, this new phase isn't going to work in your favor. And Spirit is like, we're still trying to close that out, and we're trying to make you feel brand new and sparkly, but you're still clinging on to what happened, so you don't feel as if things are going to work out. And that's because of a lack of boundaries. So there might be a group of people that you're still holding on to. This could literally be like a sex addiction. Apply it how it applies. This could also be like draining yourself out or drowning out in things that are not feeding you, that are actually taking from you. So especially when you're prioritizing your health and your well-being, you can replenish. So please keep replenishing for this next phase. We also have Why by Salt playing, SAULT. Listen to that song as well. So like I said, this could be a couple connections that kind of keep you on that, stuck in like an old habit, old routine. But at the end of the day, it's taking from you. It's stealing your energy, and Spirit is trying to really replenish you and give you this huge new renewal where you feel brand new. And they're like, please, absolutely not. Like, forgive yourself and stop second guessing yourself at this time. It's really important. So we have the Hierophant as well. And usually the Hierophant is a masculine figure, but in this deck, it's a feminine. So take it as it resonates. You could be male or female. We both have both energies. We all have both energies. So we also have this Temperance card in reverse. And there's a lot of reversals in your pile as well. So what made me think that there's people around you that shouldn't be, I'm going to cover up this card for the most part because it's very explicit, but this is the 7 of Wands also in reverse. So those are a lot of women around this masculine energy. And then we have the Temperance in reverse. So the Temperance in reverse with the Hierophant, for me, there's some sort of higher understanding, routine, rituals that you normally partake in, or this could also be the lack of commitment or the lack of harmony you could feel within your routines. This could also be in relationships as well. So if you feel like Spirit isn't bringing something together in the way that you want, it's probably because there's some sort of relationship to Spirit that you have that might be like micromanaging, or the relationship that you have to Spirit could be like, if I do this, then you'll do this. It's like kind of commanding, or it lacks detachment. And it's coming from this energy of complaining, and it's coming from this energy of like resentment. So Spirit wants to help bring more harmony. It wants to help bring more balance. And the only way that it can do that is really that you trust in your higher self, you trust in a higher power, you balance out your routines and things like this and release that energy of resentment. So the key to unlocking this new phase will definitely be knowing, I keep want to say like your spiritual dogma, but that sounds so woo-woo. I want to say like removing some rose-colored tints and really releasing the need to be right. I feel like that's when it starts to get into that relationship with spirit that doesn't necessarily feel healthy. It's like you're too wise to not allow spirit to help you make those adjustments. So there needs to be a little bit of like more trust, right? So you have justice, you have good cards. These are great cards. So that energy of resentment is causing holdups and rifts that are unnecessary. You have justice. So if there was something that you felt wasn't right or wasn't going in your favor, spirit's in charge of that. And I want to say it has a lot to do with how you feel. It could be a connection that you've been experiencing with someone. I want to say that you both have an insanely deep emotional connection with each other, one specific person, but I think that there can be a lot of chaos or resentments or, like I said, hanging on to the past. So past karmas. I'm also hearing karmic debts, spiritual debts. So things needed to play out the way that they did up until this point. So really believe in that higher, like your higher mind, and really celebrate yourself. Celebrate how you feel. I do feel like these adjustments that spirit is bringing into your life will help you see yourself a little bit clearer, how you feel, but maybe how this person feels as well, a little bit clearer. There's a little bit of like desperation, and I think spirit definitely wants to support the healthy aspects of the longing, but there has to be a little bit more clear seeing before the adjustments are, I want to say, even helpful. So really celebrate at this time, and know that you're safe. Also, these adjustments or this justice can come through as a move, travel, or physically, like a financial check, like a check coming through, something like this. So I want to say, when you're communicating, make sure or even traveling, you could be traveling at this time. When you're communicating, when you're traveling, make sure you're paying attention to your shadow nature, especially if there's any sort of codependencies. Really rely on self at this time. Put yourself first. So in this Nine of Pentacles card, this is like my being very attractive to new money, to new experiences. This is also like self-care and independence. This is like my single card, taking care of yourself. Venusian, very much Venusian energy, and how the girl in the picture is like huge. So really seeing yourself in a highlight is important, and not from an egoic space, and paying attention to that shadow nature as you're communicating. And this could literally be traveling, because it looks like she's like in a different country. So if you're traveling or communicating with people, really pay attention to your shadow. We're not perfect. We're not perfect. I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. So we have the Justice card twice. Something is going in your favor. You don't feel like that. You're clinging on to the past. Something is going to work. Release the resentments. Trust. There's some sort of wish fulfillment. Wish fulfillment. I'm going to repeat that. So let's get some oracle for you, Paltu. It's like you're judging your circumstances too soon. Like, especially if you go to church or something, like make sure you're getting dressed up. Like take good care of yourself, be presentable. like dress as your higher self. I know it sounds corny and silly, but like let your inner child play. Dress up. I'm specifically seeing earrings. Someone's wearing like really big gold earrings. Be presentable. Cherish your experience. Cherish your life. Cherish yourself. And have those boundaries. So yeah, I was saying too, like with the eating healthy, your physical body might be very important to you at this time, which is great. So I do see like working out. If it's not working out, just doing like mirror work, baths, taking good care of your physical. Okay, so Spirit is like, it's okay that you don't know everything. Trust your routines. Trust that you're building a better relationship to commitment when you are focusing on your routines that ground you and make you feel more enlightened in any way. Like, it just makes you feel like you're more fulfilled throughout your day. So I can simply be going to the gym or, keeping a journal. Something simple. It doesn't have to be complicated. So we have the romance card. Romance in its sacred power. Let it come to me this hour. So roses, buy yourself some flowers, some roses at this time. I think you want commitment. I feel like so you might not want to admit that to yourself, but if you're willing to admit to yourself that, you might want more romance in your life. So romancing yourself, putting yourself first is important. So we have the I love you card. These are very important words. So don't ignore how you feel at this time. Also, don't ignore how someone else feels about you. You might be hearing that soon as well. So there's ignorance is bliss in this scenario. Ignorance is bliss. So whatever is outside of your realm of reality, it's okay. It's okay to be in your eternal child innocence at this time. Really focus on your solar plexus, your self embodiment. Maybe listen to some solar plexus mantras or affirmations, say some. Maybe you're looking for a specific thing in love and romance, and your inner child is very important to that process. So when we're children, we're not so fixated on trying to control things. We allow. So especially apply that type of love and playfulness to your routine and how you take care of your body. It's very important. So romance yourself, take some baths, like she's sitting inside of a bowl. Sit in the sun, maybe, if you can, nude. Let's see if there's anything else the Spirit wants to include into your message. You might be 23 years old or 20 years old. So we have a dead end. So if there is something that's stifling your energy at this time, it is a dead end. Spirit is trying to close out that chapter, but it's like you won't release it because you feel like what's coming won't work. Wrong. Very wrong. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So I hope that this was helpful, Paul, too. I felt like I was like yelling at you for Spirit. Like they're a little frustrated with you, but I think you're frustrated with them. And like with the Spirit, God, Source, whatever you believe in, So keep healing and choose love, I want to say. Even if you can't see everything. If you want a positive outcome, oh, yes, it's yours. Have some boundaries with people. Have some boundaries with the past. Forgive yourself, Thank you, Pal 2. I'm going to move on to Pal 3. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, especially if this resonated. Leave an emoji or a message if it did resonate with you. I appreciate your time. Hello, Pile 3. How are you doing today? Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe before we get into this channeled message. This message is quite frank and quite like forward, so it might not be for everyone. Only take what resonates. But again, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel because it really helps me out. And if this resonates at the end, leave a comment down below, okay? Let me know. Give me some feedback here. I'm doing my best. So you chose the card that is fame and recognition. So I'm going to be real with you. If you're looking for fame and recognition, period, that's what you're manifesting for yourself. And we're just here to talk about, the path to getting to that outcome and what's creating blockages. So let's see what this song is saying. I like to give out song messages. So the song is called Stand by Yeba. And in this photo, I would give that song a listen. I would just suggest. And in this photo, it's her father that's holding her. In the picture, it looks like, or a masculine figure. So I do want to say that your father or a father figure is really going to come through in this message and be a big part of the message, which we will get to in a second. So off the bat, really be patient with the process. Some of you are already in the spotlight. Some of you are already well known and or famous. Could be like on social media to some degree, or you might have a lot of followers or a following. So there's something in your life at this time that you might be creating in secret, and it's creating a lot of impatience within you. And you're really supposed to be very kind to yourself. So especially if you had a masculine figure or a masculine energy in your life that may have been like really tumultuous or pressure, like there might have been a lot of pressure due to this father figure. Really right now it's time to release resentments about money that might be pushing away your abundance or the outcome that you want at this time. So working on impatience and operating more from your heart center. So you have the Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups is probably one of the best cards in the deck that you can pull. The only negative to the Ten of Cups is like it's your peak. It's a peak moment. So after a very high, things have to reset back to 0, back to 1. So that's the only downfall of the Ten of Cups is like, say you go on vacation and it's the best time ever. After that flight home, it's back to reality. So Ten of Cups is like fulfillment, emotional fulfillment, which tends to be the most exhilarating type of fulfillment you can experience, right? So even if you have a material item or all the material items in the world, if it doesn't spark that inner joy, what is the point, right? So the emotional fulfillment tends to come from like family or experiences or sentimental things, right? So there are some changes happening within, I want to say, your finances. So if this isn't happening already, this is a prediction reading. If it's happening already, this is your confirmation that you are experiencing some sort of financial stability or some sort of adjustments within your material world that are going to bring that sense of emotional fulfillment, which is really great. And with that, I do see like a lot of relationships, and I do see a lot of like being in the spotlight or being the center of attention, knowing a lot of people, having a lot of connections, things like this. We got a siren outside. I want to say with these new connections that might be coming in, it could be one or multiple. I do see multiple people, but maybe like there's specific ones that are, ones that you like more than others. Really open up, really allow yourself to feel that emotional fulfillment or that vulnerability with someone special. Really make sure you're dressing and coming prepared to places. Dress as if it is already here, especially if it's like a change in your finances that you're wanting to see, and or especially a fame thing, like you wanting to be recognized. Dress like you're already that character, and then also the main character. But if you're already in that arena, it is important that you appear in a way that you find emotionally fulfilling as well. So, okay, some of you, even though that you're creating a lot of these new connections or witnessing a lot of change in life, especially if you're moving into like a new home or your home life is changing, I do see you spending a lot more time in isolation or simply just reflection. There is a little bit of resistance to the newness that's happening, this new phase, because I think it does require you to be a little bit more playful and, like I said, vulnerable. So Spirit is reminding you it's okay to reflect right now. It's really essential to the process, and we really do want you to pull back, dial back if necessary, because we don't want you to play it safe. We don't want you to shrink. So the more you get in touch with your inner self, again, feeling that emotional wealth, that emotional fulfillment energy, the more you can shine more authentically and be real with yourself, but others, and take more risks, be more playful, and I want to say be present maybe, especially if you're some sort of creator. It's going to bring a way more authentic side of your creativity forward as well. You'll take more risks, you'll take more liberties. So while you're in that hermit phase, it's important to be present to control your inner stability, your sense of inner stability. And really, again, please be vulnerable. If you can't be vulnerable with yourself, then who can you be vulnerable with? I think there's going to be a lot of clarity too around that resistance to playfulness, to the newness, and really show up fully. So here we go with this father energy. There might be a really difficult cycle ending with this person. If it's not a person, it's just like the yang energy of your life, your own inner father. There might have been a lot of toxicity and or heartbreak, feeling backstabbed, and that can cause us to want to shut down emotionally. So it's time to break some old habits, especially if they've been really setting you back in life or creating resistance. And it's time to expect better outcomes. So I want to say communication, if there's communication with a father figure, but it doesn't have to be. And do know that your words are very powerful at this time. So if you are communicating with a yang energy at this time, speak over your life what you want. Speak with intent, because Spirit's listening. And again, with that emotional fulfillment energy, you want to embody what you are, what you want to be, versus dimming down, shrinking, especially if that masculine energy operated from a place of ruin. You want to operate from a place of fulfillment, of bliss even. So communicate as if you already have it. Communicate like you are the magician. Communicate like your words are spells. Don't stoop. So I want to say you're a very independent person, very attractive person, and you might be experiencing new feelings, like things new sensations within your heart space, and that can be a little jarring, especially if it's very new to you. So don't be impatient with this process, and really release resentments. All right, we're going to pull some oracle. And the song Mary, 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 or it's Mary 3 Times by Wiz Khalifa is playing. So, if you need some herbal medicine, go for it to create a sense of relaxation or improve your imagination, self-belief. And if you're not going to communicate with someone specifically, this could also be like manifesting movement in your life through journaling. So look up some different manifestation techniques via journaling as well. Make sure you have the right community, people around you, because if this yang energy is not a person, it can be people who try to box you in or have like control over what you say or what you do, which can be extremely toxic and really make you feel backstabbed. And I'm hearing they dim your sense of morality. So there needs to be more balance within that circumstance. Okay, so imagination. Imagination now sets me free. Divine ones, I send my thanks to thee. So again, with that emotional energy, your creativity wants to blossom at this time. And the only way that that's possible is if your mind is free to imagine. So, like I said, if there's resentments or impatience or a specific person that creates that mental fog, it's time to, tap back into more sensitivity and deal with certain expectations and emotions wisely. So pile 2 also had this card, I love you. These are very important words. So maybe, especially if you saw a masculine figure hold back how they feel, it's time for you to embrace how you feel and get more imaginative. So you might be hearing these words very soon, or you might be expressing those words very soon. We have the unseen, so spirit is around. Also, I know that the Eye of Horus and the evil eye sign, for those who are into the occult, studying the occult, also represents the star Sirius. I think we're also soon experiencing a Sirius Stargate. So yes, high time for manifestation, working with spirit, the veil being very thinned. I want to say also, spirit has already communicated what's destined for you, especially if you're not yet being recognized. So please know that you are feeling, even within your imagination, what's destined for you. So acknowledge that. Yeah, so you have high sensitivity. You might be an oracle. You can probably do what I'm doing. You can channel for people. You're very sensitive, very creative, gentle, introspective, maybe shy, maybe sometimes too passive. So yes, really deal with how you feel wisely at this time. I feel like I've said it all, pile 3. So thank you for being here. Yes, use your imagination wisely. Let's see what song's playing. Love Happy by the Carters. Listen to that one as well. That's a good one. You definitely are a creator, pile 3. And the number 3 is a very highly creative and feminine number. So embrace the change, embrace the newness, don't shrink, my love. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe before we end this video. It really helps our channel, and I would really appreciate it. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and move on to pile 4. Thank you. Oh yeah, let's set this out before we get started. Okay. Hello, Pile 4, and welcome to the channel. If you're new here, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Get into other content as well. We have lots of other things. Yeah, check out our channel. I'm excited to channel for you. The song that's playing is The Deuce by Terrence Martin. And it's just like a little, there's no words, like a little instrumental. So you chose this card not being yourself. So I want to say this is referring to you or someone around you. And in the card, she's wearing a mask. So you may be feeling a bit cold at this time, a little reserved, a little pulled back. I want to say there is someone around you who definitely sees this coldness, or can see maybe a little bit of the resentment as well. So it reads, it reads physically and how you come across. So just know that if there's a shield up, a guard up, or a mask on, it is visible. Spirit is testing you at this time, and how you respond is really important. It lets Spirit know that you know who you are and you know what's going on, and that you are as intuitive as Spirit knows that you are. I want to say there is a lot of abundance, prosperity, and manifestation energy also in your aura or around you. You might be seeing the number 8 a lot of places, or 888. Also, at the same time, you two are very discernful and perceptive. So this goes two ways. If people aren't able to see into you, you might be able to see other people. You might be able to see when someone's evil eyeing you. You might be very perceptive at this time, which can make you a little cold at times. You also might be creating something in secret at this time, which will bring you a lot of prosperity. So Spirit wants to affirm that to you. You or someone around you is moving. So yeah, that might be a prediction. I think that there's someone around you that might be moving. This could be a partner or someone you are very close to. The song that's playing now is Spinner by Cautious Clay. You can give that one a listen as well. Okay, so though you might come off as the Queen of Needles, so Queen of Swords, this is the Queen of Swords. She is very much not giving a damn and very much is in her own bubble, minding her business. You also embody the Queen of Pentacles. This is like your authentic self. So when you're being more authentic, this is you. And it's a version of yourself that's more secure and dependable, grounded. Maybe someone who takes care of like at home duties. So the home is very important to you at this time. But Spirit definitely wants you to get a little bit more grounded and get out of your head, out of your mind specifically. So if you're being a little cautious because of a move or because of a partner, they're reminding you to stop that, to get out of your head. I do see that there is some sort of connection here, and it might be like it's taking you into new territory. It's taking you into some sort of new territory, and because it's new, it's causing you to maybe be resentful or complain. And Spirit just wants a little bit more trust and a little bit more confidence, courage, and willpower over the circumstances. Like, remember that you also have a say-so. You also have a voice. You are very discerning. Like, that's obvious. But using that wisely and not to be too mental and to be too cold or shut down. So really connect with spirit too about the next steps and what this connection could look like in the future, but also know that you too have say-so over what's next. So really make yourself a priority and really know your value and your worth within the connection. I want to say that you're very connected to spirit. Also know that you're looking good, you're looking fly. So if you are having like doubt, self-doubt, it's being created by over-attachment, especially to whatever's happening within the mind. And do know that this person sees through you. This person, just as like you can see through them, they can see through you. The heart sees deeper than the eye because they do have, you guys are equals in some way, or they have affinity towards you, like love for you. That means they know when you're wearing a mask. So this does not have to be romantic at all. This could be a friendship, partnership, work partnership, but I am seeing the Queen and the King of Pentacles. So especially if you guys are planning to move in together, or if this person's moving away, that could be another thing. If this is going to be a long distance relationship. Also remember that you are stable on your own, I want to say. You both showing up as the King and Queen of Pentacles. So if there is or was, I can't tell if this pile is in a relationship already or not. So there's like a floater outside of this connection. This is a masculine Knight of Needles that may have a love offering for you, that wants to be connected to you. Though this person is the devil in this card, it's also the Knight of Needles, the Knight of Swords. So this person's more air energy, more mental energy as well. They do have significant feelings for you or a love offering for you. And Spirit is teaching you something around this person. And I think you are learning the lessons that you need. So they're not saying here nor there, but it's just saying there's something you're learning about this person. So there is a floater outside of this connection, this other connection with this King of Pentacles. You are learning a very significant lesson. So really, if there is negative triangulation happening that is creating resentments, it's important to nip that in the bud. Let's get some oracle. Fall four. Let's see what's going on here. Yeah, that Knight of Needles is very passionate about you. Very frisky. And they do have very deep feelings. I think that the King of Pentacles is like, let's move in together. Let's work together. Let's get grounded together. And I feel like you're like, I can take care of myself. I don't trust this. Yeah. And the new person or this other floater is like teaching you something, wisening you up about something. So let's see. Okay, so Spirit is just reminding you, Pile 4, that within these new contracts, soul ties, destined connections that are occurring for you at this time, it's important that you choose love. So, like I was saying before, they're just affirming you have power in this circumstance. So, don't go too much into the mind where you forget to get grounded. Like, I am also an active manifester, and I am also in control. My input matters. My spiritual input matters. So these soul contracts or destined connections, these soul ties, especially if you're dealing with like someone you feel like you've known in a past life, which I don't like to touch too far on because we're in this life and this is important. But sometimes you can feel that energy in. So it may feel like you have history or some sort of destined lessons to learn with certain people. But that does not mean that you don't have willpower or choice or free will. So don't get it confused. You have to choose love. So Spirit's not saying what's here nor there, but they are saying to have a little bit more faith. And they are saying you, at the end of the day, are being tested, and what you should choose is to choose what makes you feel valued. Especially if you're looking to have like familial experiences or community. Take that into account as well. So we have the true love come to me, as true love come to me, shall come to me, as I do will, so mote it be. So we have the true love card. I want to say you're stunning. You're very beautiful. Also, here's the choose love card as well. You might have blonde hair or long hair, gray hair, or also brown hair. You could be male or female as well. And then we have the bardo. So the bardo represents the in-between. Sometimes it's between life and death, but it's like from one life to the next. So again, like I said, with the past life energy, you could be feeling that. You might be in between relationships. You could also be shifting from, it could be one relationship into a new phase of the same relationship, or one relationship to a new relationship. So the Knight of Wands feels new, whereas the King of Pentacles feels like an older connection. I'm gonna be real with you. I want to say, through your manifestation work in this in-between space, make sure you're enjoying yourself. Make sure you're getting outside, especially if you're not feeling motivated, or if you're feeling a lot of negativity around your love life or confusion. Make sure you're getting outside. It will ease the lack of motivation, or sit specifically near a tree. Pine trees are really good. Smelling that smell is going to really boost your self-esteem and really help you feel stable, help you feel grounded. If you work with any deities at this time, green Tara is a great one for you. It will help you release any suffering through the in-between phase. Also overcome fears and to feel like protected at this time. So let compassion lead, let empathy lead. Just know that you will have victory over any chaos or confusion. Really let down your guard at this time. Let down the mask. Be a little bit more playful, silly. You will have liberation from this circumstance. But keep choosing love, keep releasing what's not for you, and do not limit yourself. Do not limit yourself. Anything else, Spirit? So you will have a true love in this lifetime. You will have a true love in this lifetime. I want to say, Spirit's like this in-between phase is giving you time to do some shadow work. There will be some communication. Yeah, there will be some communication. It might be from this Knight of Swords. I want to say you're seen at a very high light, like a person of status. Also, whatever you're creating for yourself at this time, it also supports your personal but public image, and it will be longevitous. With this true love, you will be becoming an empress, a mother. If this is a masculine listening, you will have an empress. You will have a wife, a wife to bear children for you. Again, you're very attractive at this time and experiencing a lot of changes. I think like the in-between before getting committed or serious with someone. So there are a lot of suitors, maybe more than two. You are being tested. So make sure you see clearly and don't engage with the energy of triangulation, because you do have one true love, or at least spirit wants you to focus on one connection. There are multiple different soul ties here. I'm going to get off this video. I don't think I can really pull this message to one thing. Like it doesn't feel like, I think that's why you're confused. It's like there's all this floating material and you feel like you want that answer of like this true love, about this true love, right? But Spirit's like, you're in the in-between. And right now we're liberating you from things right now. Get outside. Get outside. Enjoy your day. So I hope that this was helpful, powerful. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Check out our other videos. There's more links below to more pick a card readings. We also have vlog, lifestyle content, which is pretty bomb. Watch my last vlog as well. And yeah, embrace your emotions this Cancer season. Have a great day, night, evening. And I will check in with you guys later. Peace.